Hi, this video is going to go over how to start a selection order. The selection service helps customers complete their album orders faster by allowing our team to select a designated number of images that best describe their day. So we pre-select those album design images, giving your client a head start. Now, your customer can add images to the design or swap images out based on their preferences. For more information about how selection works and how it can really benefit you through upsells, check out selection on our website, and also there's a video on our YouTube channel titled Selection Overview, which can be found in the Products and Services Overview playlist. So go into your account, and under Menu, you're going to start a new order. And you'll see selection right here. We have editing and culling, album design, print to bind. Selection can be a standalone, so you can start with your client's selection order and then move it into a print to bind or a design print and bind. It's very easy to make the transition over to that album design. You can link a selection order to design and print and bind. You'll see then in your order queue the order selection, album design, and print and bind, and the customer's name or reference number. Some photographers like to keep it separate, so they've got that selection, and then once that's completed and they do any upselling, imagery touching or anything like that, then they're going to move it into album design. So they'll have two orders in their queue for each client that they have. To keep things simple, we're going to just do selection on its own. So to begin with, keep in mind color correction and density are the photographer's responsibility. You can read more here. Additionally, we'll have a video available for how to use our color proofer and how to do test prints. So that's one way to be sure that what you see is what you get. So basically here, you're going to be providing information to our design team who will pre-select images that best tell the story of the day. And then we're going to build that mini website to share with your client to show you the selected images and their full gallery. The turnaround time is 1 to 3 business days. You'll get an email when your selection site is ready, and when your site is ready, you can go in and add personalization to it for your brand. So you can upload your logo, phone number, email, website, Facebook page, what have you, so that this is really an extension of your business. Zookbinders does not communicate directly with your client. We don't collect any money from them. We're kind of running in the background, kind of as a white label assistant. So your client can never reach out to us and find us, find out how much you're paying for things, and we don't help your customer through any of these processes either. You'll receive that notification when your client approves their selection, and then you may advance the selected image as is and continue with the design, or download the images and do your own design or do retouching, etc. This is important here. The selection sites are active for many months, but we only retain the high resolution files for 90 days. So if your client takes more than 90 days to finalize their selection, which hopefully does not happen very often, we will no longer have those high-res files to move into a design order. So you'll be able to access a list of the images and download that, but you'll have to gather those images again to start another order. So it'd be nice to give them a heads up that this needs to be completed in X amount of time. And it really does help out your couples kind of accelerate the process. So we'll get started here. So the name for this order, this can be however you want to see the orders in your queue. Sometimes it's couples' first and last names and then selection or the date they got married, but you probably want some type of reference to their last name and what type of order it is. So I'm just going to call this a test. But you can put whatever you want in here, and it does not go on your actual final album anywhere. So this isn't going to be imprinted on the front. So for type of event, it's very helpful for us to know what are we picking images out for. It can be a portrait session, a senior portrait session. If you have a ton of images, you could do that. Most photographers use a selection service, though, for weddings, sometimes engagements, and then bar mitzvahs. The date of the event, you could enter the date that you start the order, or you can enter the date of their actual event. All right, so here's a screenshot of the landing page for your micro website for your client, and you're going to populate some of this information now, and then some other stuff's going to be added later. So how would you like this event to be named? Here we called it Katie and David. I'm going to call it the test. How many images would you like in the album design? So this is going to be a number that you determined ahead of time with your client. So let's say they got a tinier package, and I shouldn't say tiny. They got a smaller package and they got 50 images. Okay. Would you allow your customer to add more? Yes, because this is a great opportunity to have a little upsell at the end. I would like them to do that. Now, this is a great question here. Would you like us to pick extra images? That means we're going to say, you get 50 images with your album, but we've actually selected 60. So if you want to get back down to 50, you've got to take some out. This is a little bit more of an aggressive way to upsell, and you can see what this looks like again, and how the pricing calculates automatically when the client is looking at adding or subtracting images in the test drive on our website for selection, or in the video, the overview of selection. So I'm going to say, yeah, I want you to pick an extra 10. Nah, I'm going to say 15. And then what price would you like to charge? I'm going to say 10. Now, I'm going to say $10 because let's say I'm doing a 10 by 10 luster book, and I know how much the spreads are, and I know how much for every additional 4.5 images, according to the design specs, we're going to be adding a spread. So my costs are going to go up when I add when I add more than one image to my design. So what I want to do is factor in how much is the spread going to cost, how much additional are my design fees going to be with extra images, and $10 will cover that and put a little money in my pocket. You can be a little bit more aggressive with that and go with 20. People might not add as many images, but you'll definitely be covered, and this is where your upsell really works to your advantage. Just imagine if for every order you got an additional $200, and if you have 20 weddings for the year, you've got a little bit of extra spending money now. So this is how selection not only helps the customer, but it's a benefit to you. Also, when you're starting off and you're selling, say, an album with 50 images and included in your package, the money spent ahead of time or before that wedding is money forgotten about. So spending a little extra $10 here and there might not seem like such a hit. So any special comments for this particular order? This is just for this order. So let's say you say, no more than 5 images from reception. So whatever you want to put here for this particular order. Then you might have preferences for all your orders. So enter instructions here. You might say no table shots or no getting ready shots, or I don't know, whatever you want, but this will be for all orders. So if you don't have any preferences for all orders, you can certainly leave that blank. Okay, so the selection service is very affordable. At the time this video is being made, the selection service is $10. That may change over time. And once you hit the paywall and submit, then you will be brought to a page where you can upload your images. So I just took a moment to put our dummy information in here for this test order. Sorry about that. That took a second to load. So here is where you can upload your images from your computer. We also can transfer directly from Gallery and Zenfolio. So if I was going to get them straight from my computer, I'm going to browse and look for those images. Do keep in mind that there is a known character limitation. It's best that your individual images don't have in excess of 16 characters per file. So keep that in mind. Also, depending on your connection, Wi-Fi, etc., it might take a little bit longer to upload than other situations. So we're going to browse, go find those images, and then begin our upload. Once your images are uploaded, you'll see a notification that it's complete, and that we'll take care of it and get in touch with you as soon as that selection site is ready. As I said before, once that selection site is ready for your client, you'll have an opportunity to add a little bit more information like a phone number, Facebook page, website, etc. So completely branding that site to be an extension of you. It's a sales tool for the photographer. Zookbinders does not collect money from your client. We will let you know if they spent additional monies, so there's no commission or anything like that involved on our side. And we also don't talk directly to your client. They do not know this is coming from Zookbinders. This is a great tool for you to make a little extra money and to allow your client a great experience. Additionally, you will get your albums completed faster than ever before. And this is how to do a selection order.